Yo, what's up guys? So the next Battlefield game, you know, Battlefield V or Battlefield 5 or Battlefield 2018, whatever you want to call it, the hype is in full swing. I don't know about you, but for me it is. Lately Battlefield 1 is kind of boring to me, I'm kind of done with it to be honest. That's why the only thing I can think of at the moment in terms of games is the next Battlefield game. But I'm not gonna lie, I do have some concerns. We pretty much all know by now that it's gonna be a World War II setting, although nothing is confirmed yet, but let's just say I'm gonna be hella surprised if it's a different setting than World War II. Heck, I'm actually still hoping for a Cold War / Vietnam era. But the setting aside, there are a couple of things that needs to be addressed in the next Battlefield game for it to be different and more importantly better than Battlefield 1. In this video I'm gonna talk about those things. Let me start off by saying that Battlefield 1 did a lot of things right, like exceptionally well, and I do want to see a lot of things remain the same in the next Battlefield game. It's not like I want everything that Battlefield 1 has to offer to be thrown out the window, like, no, that's not the case. Let's look at a couple of things that I appreciate Battlefield 1 has brought to the franchise and that I want to see in the next Battlefield game. Let's start with the graphics. Everybody takes Battlefield 1's graphics for granted. I mean, let's be honest, it looks so freaking good. The leap from Battlefield Hardline to Battlefield 1 in terms of graphics is just insane. Just take a look, this is a video I did on Battlefield Hardline a couple months ago. Now, compare this to Battlefield 1. Even on the base consoles, it looks amazing. So I definitely can't wait to see what kind of graphics we'll get with the next Battlefield game. Another thing I'm very eager to see returning in the next Battlefield game is the movement from Battlefield 1, and more specifically I'm talking about the vaulting mechanics and stuff like that. Let's be honest, a Battlefield game without vaulting is not gonna play well, you know, it's not gonna feel right. The fact that you can climb up walls that are taller than you in Battlefield 1 brings a whole new aspect to the game. You can have flanking rounds nobody would think of and those cat and mouse chases, you know, stuff like that. It really adds up to the gameplay experience in my opinion. Another thing I like in Battlefield 1 as opposed to other Battlefield titles is the fact you don't appear on the minimap when firing. Now in Battlefield 1, since it's a supposed World War I shooter, it does make more sense since the whole silencer or suppressor mechanic is non-existent. There are pretty much no suppressed weapons in Battlefield 1. Now if the next Battlefield game is gonna be set in World War II, that might be different. We could potentially see suppressors in the game. But then the question would rise, what use will they have if you don't appear on the minimap in the first place? I'll let you guys think of something in the comment section down below. Those were some things that I want to see remain the same or similar in the next Battlefield game. Now, for a couple of things that I want to see different in the next Battlefield game. This can be big changes but also small changes, like the melee system. Don't get me wrong, in a way Battlefield 1's melee system is already good. It's definitely a step in the right direction when you look at previous Battlefield titles. But it still feels off to me, you know, it's not the kind of melee system I want to see in a Battlefield game. For a World War I setting, sure, the melee system in Battlefield 1 does make a lot of sense, but as we go further into the future, let's say World War II as the next game is supposed to be set in, most soldiers would carry a knife instead of some sort of club. So keeping that in mind, what kind of melee system would you guys want to see in the next Battlefield game? Another thing I actually want to see returning in Battlefield 2018 is a firing range. To this day I still don't know why they took out the firing range in Battlefield 1. In previous Battlefield titles it was very useful to get familiar with some of the gun mechanics or maybe even with the controls of different types of vehicles, you know, before going into combat. Alongside the firing range I want to see a gun bench like we later on had in Battlefield Hardline. This allows for more in-depth customization for your weapons instead of just putting on a skin and calling it a day. Obviously, as I name these things that I want to see changed in the next Battlefield game, keep in mind that the obvious things like random bullet deviation, you know, like the main gunplay, the suppression, customization, more and better content, all of that stuff is something that I want to see changed in Battlefield 2018. That's a given, I'm not even talking about that. This video is more taking a look at things that most people don't really talk about, things that don't come to mind initially. That being said, another thing that's on the improve list is the map design. I'm not gonna lie, the maps in Battlefield 1 are pretty bad, plain and simple bad. The last Battlefield game that had amazing, fun and balanced maps was Battlefield 3, so I really hope DICE pays a lot of attention to the map layout in Battlefield V. And the last thing I really want to see being implemented, again this is a very small feature but I think it would be very cool, and that is gun inspections. Being able to inspect your gun in first person is just so cool. Not only would it make for awesome thumbnails in the future, I'm not gonna lie, that would be pretty sweet, but also just appreciating the gun models and the skin you have on the gun. For example, there are a lot of skins in Battlefield 1 that are just so beautiful and so detailed, but are often lost, if you will, because you can't really see them in first person. Combine that with more weapon customization in the first place, I think you have a new feature that the community would really appreciate. Now, I could make this video a couple hours long with a whole array of things that I wanted to see being changed in the next Battlefield game, but I wanted to name just a few things and let you, the viewers, expand on it in the comment section down below. So with that being said, be sure to let me know what changes you would want to see in Battlefield 2018, big or small, whether you are talking about the sniper mechanics, customization, whatever you want, let me know down below. Like the video if you enjoyed watching, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to turn on notifications if you don't want to miss a video. Hope you all have a great day, and I see you guys next time.